Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is Monday, July 27th, 2026, and you guys know exactly what that means. This means another day, another opportunity to sweep the board. Now, last video's recap, we did go 2 and 2, so we broke even. And now today, we're about to hit it even harder, alright? So I got 4 slips for y'all. Golden play is going to be on the 3rd slip, so I'll have it sectioned out evenly. You can go skip to the 3rd play if you want. That's the golden play. That's the one I'm going to be most confident in. And as always, make sure you guys like, subscribe. And if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to drop in the comments. I answer everything. And free 7-day trial is active if you guys want to get it on the Discord link below. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into this. Alright, guys, for this first play, we have the Yankees versus the White Sox. Now we're going to be taking the White Sox money line here at plus money. And let me tell you guys exactly why. So Max Fried on the mound, or Max Fried on the mound for the Yankees. Noah Schultz on the mound for the White Sox. Now at home, Noah Schultz has been dominant. He's got a 3-0 record. So shit's been pretty solid for him. He's been doing pretty good. Max Fried, however, head-to-head against the White Sox, he's 0-1, 0-2. But that doesn't really matter, honestly, especially with this new White Sox lineup. They've been pretty dominant recently, especially with Munitaka and Murakami back in the lineup as a huge addition. Games with, Colson Montgomery, Braden Montgomery, Miguel Vargas, and Munitaka Murakami, those 4 as like a squad have been cooking. Like, they just dropped 12 runs combined today. So imagine what they're going to do against this Yankees team who's struggling. They're missing Cody Bellinger. They're missing Aaron Judge, missing their key pieces. Ben Rice was in a slump prior to his home run tonight. I don't think they keep up with it today, especially not being at home, being away at the White Sox. And they're also pretty exhausted coming off 6 games back to back. Now they're going to go face 7 games in a row against the White Sox. So with that being said, we're going to be playing the White Sox at plus money here for play 1. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into play 2. Play 2 here, we have the Guardians taking on the Reds. It's another game at home for the Reds. And we have the Reds money line, and let me go into exactly why. So, in case you guys don't know, Guardians have been having a horrid offense. They haven't had a game over maybe 8 runs in the past 10 games, honestly. I think they did maybe once, but that was against a trash team. I don't know if it was the Rockies and the Mets. But apart from that, Chase Burns on the mound for the Reds. This dude's been deadly, holding up a 12-1 record. Undefeated at home. I think he's 9-0 at home, and this is exactly where they're going to be playing. Slate Sony on the mound for the Guardians. He's also been pretty sucky. So that right there, a horrid pitcher against an amazing Reds pitcher. We're gonna be taking restart. All right, this next game here, guys, we have the Guardians versus the Reds. So this game's heavily favored towards the Reds for a variety of reasons. For example, the Guardians have had a horrid offense. They haven't dropped a game over 8 runs in the past 10 games, and I think they did maybe once, but that was against the Mets. They have no bullpen. However, on the mound for the Reds, we have Chase Burns, 12-1, low ERA. Not to mention, this dude's undefeated at home, and guess where they're playing? At home at Red Stadium. So we're going to be taking the Reds, negative 1.5. Their offense has been pretty good lately, very consistent. So the Reds go crazy today. And honestly, Guardians may not even put up a single run, especially with the longevity of this Reds bullpen. Very good back end stuff. Chase Burns is going to be nasty as is. He may go 6.5, may possibly 7 innings. Point being, though, Reds covered the negative 1.5, especially against a pitcher like Slade Sony. But yeah, Reds negative 1.5. This was in competition for the golden play, honestly. But the pick after this one is, you guys are going to see exactly why I have this one over that. All right, guys, now it's time for the golden play. This one takes place in the Cubs versus the Cardinals game. Now, both teams have been having astonishing offense. When I mean astonishing offense, I mean really great offense. So we're going to be taking over the run total for this game. No good pitching on either side this game. David Peterson, former Met, has been struggling. I don't think he's won a single game with the Cubs. So that itself, especially with the almost 400 career average pitching against the Cardinals. And then Jordan Walker, he's going to lead his team to victory. They're going to drop maybe like 6 runs. Cubs drop 5. I'm thinking high numbers range. One of these teams may cover the whole run total. We don't know. But point being, this is going to be a very, very, very close game, very high scoring game, especially with no bullpen in the back end either for either of these teams. So that itself is just as golden as it gets. This is probably gonna be my favorite play, maybe the most favorite one I've ever given out. Um, but yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead. Let's get into this last pick, and then we're gonna wrap it up with a quick outro. All right, guys, this last pick is gonna be taking place in the Orioles and the Tigers game. Now, for the bullpen, Kyle Bradish, and then some random dude. So honestly, he's a plumber on the mound for Detroit Tigers. But point being, both of these pitchers are very mediocre, all right? But we are going to still be taking the Tigers money line regardless. Now, let's go ahead and get into why. So the Tigers are slight favorites here, as they should be. Tigers have been having a pretty rough offense, but point being, the Orioles have been having an even worse offense, especially since they're missing three key guys: Gunnar Henderson, Blaze Alexander, and I think it's Alonso. I don't know who. Regardless, Orioles, even without those players, even with them, they've been pretty sucky. Kyle Bradish on the mound. This dude's been horrid. He's got a high ERA career against the Tigers, and against an offense like the Tigers, honestly, they're not even that bad. Kerry Carpenter, Riley Green, they're gonna lead him to victory. That's just as easy as it gets. I think Wenceel Perez is in the lineup too. Point being, Tigers are gonna end up dominating these Orioles. I don't think the Orioles have even been producing runs lately. When I checked, I think their highest game was like 3 runs in the last 5 games without these players. So yeah, I mean, Tigers got it. If they can score 4 runs, it's a poverty franchise, which they're not. So they're gonna go ahead. They're gonna win. They're gonna take this win over the Orioles, and we're gonna sweep the board, fellas. I'm honestly sense a great 4 for 4 here. 4 for 4 for 4, and I ain't talking about Wendy's, boys. I'm talking about sweeping that board. So again, guys, let's go ahead. Let's get in this intro. I hope you guys enjoy. All right, y'all. We're here in the outro. Just wanted to say, appreciate y'all. We've been growing pretty consistently. We just hit 100 subscribers literally today. Now we're at 100 and I think 13 by the time I last checked. So let's go ahead. We're going to sweep the board. I want to see those numbers go up. And definitely, guys, if you haven't yet, tap in with the premium. You're going to see the Discord on the right side of your screen in case you haven't been seeing it here. But we got a free 7-day trial going on. Link in the description if you want to get access to that. If you go through that link, you're going to get a free 7 days automatically. I'm going to show you guys some of the green we've been hitting recently. We did just catch a big demon slip, and I did live stream some of the games for y'all too in the cord. I'll be live streaming the games, and yeah, we cashed in there too. So honestly, everybody's been eating recently. If you're not in, I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, let's go ahead and sweep the board, guys. Definitely check out the premium. It's free. So yeah, go ahead. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow night with this next video, with this recap when we sweep the board. So our current record's 2-2, guys. Let's make it 6-2 starting tomorrow night. Now I'll see y'all boys in the next one.